We sing Dominion carved in the night, every chain.
Okay, this is Ben. We're back on DMV Muay Thai. Today, my MTAAC fighter guest is Sean Barse, fighting out of Dominion BJJ. Did I get all that right?
Yes, you did. Yeah.
Okay, awesome. Welcome, Sean. Thanks for being on.
Thank you for having me.
Yeah. So this is your first time on the MTAAC event, correct?
Yeah, it is. Yes.
Good. And you're kind of a bit of a storied fighter here in the DMV area. And what's interesting about this matchup is you have actually faced your opponent a couple times now.
Yeah, we've fought a few times. I was his very first smoker. There was our sister schools held like a sparring scrimmage smoker event, and so I was asked to match up with him, and we did that match, and then we fought at TCB, and that was a really fun fight. It was his very first fight, and I think it went the distance, and it was a lot of fun. I think we both had a lot of fun in that fight. It was a really good fight. It was very back and forth, very quick, and very technical too.
Yeah, that's one of the things that we tend to see out of the lower weight class fighters is a little bit faster paced and more technical. So yeah, no, I look forward to watching you guys compete. Is there anything you're taking away? It's been a while. Is there anything you're taking from your previous experience going into this fight as far as your preparation or your strategy without giving too much away?
I'm kind of approaching it like the way that I do every single fight. I train 7 days a week, so it's like I haven't had to like necessarily change anything in terms of my training regimen or anything, like aside from like maybe like cutting out like sweets or some small stuff like that, just to make the weight cut a little bit easier.
Sure.
But like as far in terms of like cardio and nothing's really like super overly changed. I fought earlier in the year, so yeah, I wouldn't say that I have like I've looked back at like the fight like once or twice, and like in terms of like the way that I go about things, like there's nothing like I've upped my like training, I guess, to like I'm sparring maybe a little bit harder, but like other than that, there's nothing that I've had needed to change like super to the point of where it's like nothing new. I guess.
Well, we kind of skipped right straight to the fight. Can you tell me a little bit about your gym and your coach, where you train out of?
I train out of Dominion BJJ. I've been training there for the past 8 years. My head coach is Jose Marquez, greatest coach in the world. He's awesome. He's taught me everything that I know. He's super technical. Like. And he's a huge inspiration for me. Like he's taught me a lot, and I credit like everything, like my work ethic and everything, to everything that he's kind of like helped. Like I met him when I was right out of high school, and he's just helped. Like he's helped me get better and better every single day.
That's really cool. Actually, I think I just saw on your stories that you guys just ran a race this past weekend.
Yeah, we did the Army 10 miler in DC, and that was a lot of fun. We both did it, and it was probably like we usually run like every Sunday, and that was probably like the best I've ever felt running 10 miles before. It had been a minute since I ran that long, so I felt really good. So if anything, I'm just excited to see how it translates into the fight.
Cool. No, I'm glad you mentioned your coach Jose. He's one of those kind of I don't know, soft-spoken kind of guys. He doesn't make a lot of noise on social media, but I see him at just about every event that I'm at. So he's obviously passionate and dedicated to the sport.
Yeah, he's very passionate and very dedicated to the sport. Like he always shows up for everything. Like he's never like if he can't make it to something, there's like a very certain reason to it, but he's always in Like he's always making sure that we're always prepared. Like he's always making sure that we're like, in our tip top shape going into every fight.
Mhm.
Like he wants to make sure like all corners are covered. Like we're very thorough.
That's cool. Are you, I guess, the most experienced Muay Thai fighter under Jose, or are there some others as well?
Um, I would say I've definitely been at our gym the longest.
Mhm.
So I guess yeah, in terms of experience and and like yeah, I've definitely been there the longest, and I've been there for 8 years now.
Yeah.
And Jordan, who is also fighting
Okay.
on the MTAC card, he's also he's got a decent amount of fights under his belt. I think he's actually almost got the same amount of fights that I have.
Sure.
Um, but I think I might have the most
It's okay.
fights at our gym, I
It's okay.
think.
You don't have to make it a contest. I was just curious what,
Oh yeah, no, 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 no. I don't mean to make it. No, I'm not. That's not what I meant to make it sound like.
No,
It's
I
not a
know.
contest.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was just trying to think. I was trying to think in my brain. I'm like, is
No,
it?
I
And
just meant
yeah.
as far as my question, you weren't doing that. I just didn't want you to take it the wrong way.
Oh
But
yeah,
yeah,
no, not at all.
just to have an idea. So, what was I going to ask you here? Oh yeah, you mentioned you've been there for about 8 years. So can you tell me kind of how you got your start? Was it Muay Thai that drew your interest in it first, or were you interested in BJJ or MMA, or how did it all begin for you?
It really kind of like I wasn't really into combat sports. Growing up, I was kind of like I was a little bit more of a pacifist. I wasn't very like confrontational or anything. And one of my friends like told me about Muay Thai one time, and I was like, oh, that sounds cool. And then like a year later, he was training at Dominion, and so I went for a class one day, and then I just kind of like kept showing up and kept showing up and kept going, and then yeah, just like it just kind of stuck with me. And when I went away to school to learn how to weld,
Uh,
and then moved back, I just kind of like worked it into my schedule and just go to the gym like every day.
yeah,
And yeah, it's my home away from home. Um, like not whenever the days I don't go to the gym are the days where I'm like, dang, I don't know what to do. It's like I don't know what to do with all this time I got.
yeah. No, that's cool. Do you have any larger goals? You've been kind of fighting for, a few years now. Are you hoping to either, fight overseas or, win any particular tournament, or do you have a path to get to a pro fight? What are you thinking as far as going forwards?
I mean, I take things kind of as they come.
Uh,
I'm not really like like if I end up going pro, I end up going pro. Like that's cool. Like if that were to happen, like I think I need like a lot more experience, and I need to travel. Definitely need to fight. Like if I ever decided to like pursue going pro, then I would definitely need to like I know that I need to do a lot more in order to do that.
sure.
I would like to fight overseas at some point in time for sure. I would like to fight for a belt again. I fought for the TCB belt one time, and that was electrifying. It was a lot of
Mhm,
fun.
mhm.
I would love to have a like earn a belt under my belt, I guess. Like I would love to get a belt of my own.
Yeah,
That'd be really cool. So it all depends. It's kind of like whatever comes up down the road. But like honestly, I kind of take it one day at a time, one fight at a time.
sure.
Like I'm not really like looking past this fight. Like this fight has like all my attention. And then whatever happens after this fight happens.
Cool. You mentioned briefly your profession. Maybe it's that, or if maybe something else that people would be surprised to learn about you outside of the ring.
I'm sorry, can you say the question again?
Sure. So, what's something people would be surprised to learn about you outside of the ring?
I'm a welder. Like I've been welding ever since I was 19.
Hmm.
Pretty much like got out of high school. Like when I was like my dad showed me welding when I was like 13 years old,
Hmm.
and it just kind of like I was like, yeah, that's what I want to do. Like I know college isn't really for me. Like I'll get more from welding, and I've been welding for the past like yeah ever since I was 19.
That's
So the past like 6, 7 years almost about the same amount of time that I've been in the gym. And yeah, I love it. It's every single day. I love doing it. and yeah, I'm
Oh,
just
that's good. That's good. You know what you
yeah.
like, and it's I guess kind of in some way uh, goes hand in hand with combat sports. Working with your hands, being physical, that sort of thing.
Yeah, yeah, it definitely is. And it's definitely like it's a fight in its own. Well, actually, it's more of an art than anything. Welding is also an art, and Muay Thai is definitely an art.
Hmm.
Watching like beautiful, flawless technique,
Hmm.
I look at it the same way as I look at welding. Like if I can put down like a really nice, beautiful bead, like it's perfect. Like that's where I put my pride into, and I also put my pride into like my technique,
Yeah.
and my Muay Thai like skills and everything. And I like that's every fight that I go into. Like that's the thing that I want to show the most is like
Mhm.
is the technique that I pride myself on. And I also like to like I also like to test myself to like see I'm like you know what do I got, like what can I do.
Yeah. No, that's a neat comparison. Um, what's been the toughest challenges that you faced as a fighter?
Oh goodness.
Putting you on the spot.
Yeah, no, that was a good question. I've never had to really think about this one. I would say I would say losing for like the first time.
Uh-huh.
Like I think that was pretty uh eye-opening for me. Definitely like losing sucks, like no one likes to lose.
Hmm.
Um actually I meant to change my answer. I think winning, so I lost my very first fight. My second fight I won. I won by knockout.
Hmm.
And then losing my third fight. So winning, so going from a loss to a win to a loss,
Hmm.
definitely it helped me like it kind of helped me like open my eyes a little bit and realize like I think I got a little too like I got a little too like I guess you could say cocky. I got a little too cocky after my second fight.
Hmm.
Like and it definitely like it I paid the price for it in my third fight for sure. And I think that was definitely one of the biggest like wake ups that I've ever had like as a fighter. It was one of those things where it's like, oh, all right, yeah, like let's bring ourselves down. Like we're really not like, like anything can happen.
Yeah.
And
Everybody's different.
it was very early on into my fight career, so like I've already like I've came to terms with it and worked past it, and it was definitely like I think that was probably the hardest like challenge I think I've ever had to face. And I'm glad that I learned it very early on in my fight career, not like
Yeah.
not like super late into my fight career.
Sure.
Like, cause I like, I'm sure like stuff like that, it can definitely, and it can like, it can definitely, it can tear a fighter down completely. Like it can change them entirely. All it takes is like one loss and you know,
Mhm.
they're in shambles.
Sure.
So I think like having that loss like early on in my career, I was like, it was a huge eye opener for me personally. It was, but I had my coach and and my teammates around me to help like build me back up and like keep me on like straight and narrow and keep me focused and centered.
Yeah. Very good. Um, yeah, I think. Um, oh shoot, I'm blinking right now, but yeah, there was a social media post that I read today, um, by Sean Madden talking about uh, fighters not attaching their identity too much to wins or to losses. You have to attach your identity to your work ethic and your values in between the fights, because the wins and losses will always come and kind of sway you in a different direction, right? So
Absolutely,
that's an
yeah.
example of that.
Yeah, and that's a perfect quote. Like, if
Yeah.
anything, that's definitely what I had to learn, is to not attach myself to those like wins.
Mhm.
That very first win, and I think it was just like one of those things. It's like you taste you like your first fight you lose, and it's like you taste that loss, and it's like dang. But winning that first fight, like it puts you up on a high like a little bit for some people. Some it doesn't do it for everybody. For some people, it definitely does.
Yeah.
And I was one of those people, unfortunately.
Oh, I think it happens to pretty much everybody anyway. But no, thank you for sharing that. Um, uh, one more thing. Is there anybody, either in your gym or in the community or even in the public eye, that inspires you in your fight journey?
Definitely. There's a lot of people who inspire me. Like I said, my coach is one of my biggest inspirations. My teammates, honestly, are all huge inspirations to me. Like we all push each other and we all push each other to be better. And we all have that drive. Like two of my teammates are also fighting on this card, like Alejandro Ochoa and Jordan Saunders. And they're both very like we all push each other to be better. Fighting on the same card together. We just push each other that way. And I would also say like my parents are a huge inspiration. Um, they've gone through a lot this past year, and like they constantly keep fighting. And it's just like they've also instilled in me like keep fighting, like no matter what, you get knocked down and like just get yourself right back up. But there's a lot of people who I look up to for inspiration, like including like people who are fighting now, like like past opponents, like I can't properly say his last name, but Oko Paridze.
Oh yeah,
Like that dude's out there. He's working. He's
yeah,
winning titles. Same thing with his teammate
yeah.
uh,
Ca-
Tate,
Caffrey Tate. Yeah, yeah. Those
Caffrey
guys,
Tate. Yeah,
I've trained with both of those guys. Yeah, very, very, very good athletes and good people as well.
yeah. They're like I said, there's a lot of people who inspire me. And but everyone on my team, like who has my back, like they inspire me the most, and
Cool.
my family, like yeah.
Well, it sounds like yeah, you're in great company in your gym and in your family life. So more power to you, and we appreciate you being on and sharing a little bit about your story. And we look forward to watching you perform on November 1st. Are you bringing the family out for this one?
Absolutely, the family's going to be there in full swing. It's definitely the only thing, if any if lost my words, but if anything, the thing I can promise is it's going to be a firefight.
Yeah,
Like I have respect for Christian. Our gyms are sister schools, and we're friendly. There's no bad blood or anything between us. And yeah, I'm excited for this fight. It's gonna be a really good fight. I'm really excited.
good. Yeah, I'm excited for this one too. Again, thanks for your time. Anything else you want to mention or other shout outs before we wrap up?
No, I think that's it.
Yeah, you shouted out a lot of people, so
Yeah,
I think we probably
yeah,
covered it all. Well,
for sure.
happy training to you, Sean. Good
Thank
luck
you.
and everything, and yeah, everybody who's watching, make sure you guys grab your tickets November 1st. It's gonna be a banger of a show featuring Sean and a handful of other talented athletes from around the DMV. So, all right, Sean, we'll let you go. Thanks again, and we'll see you soon.
All right, thank you.
Okay.